All right, guys. Fuller coming to you with another video. I hope all is well with y'all. So I kind of just want to deep dive into something that I'm also a fan of. Since we're boxing, man, boxing is a soap opera. NBA is not so much of a soap opera, or I should say, basketball in general is not so much of a soap opera. Basketball is pretty much cut down straight the middle, in the middle. You know what I mean? With as far as basketball is concerned. So, this is kind of a twofold video that I'm kind of giving out. The thing is that the thing is that with the evolution of basketball, you get a new breed of player, and you have to catch on. You know what I mean? Like, that's what happens. You have to kind of like just catch on and do what's needed to not be left behind. That's the thing. You have to do what's needed in order to not only I guess you can say not only do what's needed, but surpass what was put before you. So when you think of big men in NBA, for example, when you think of like guys in the NBA who were big, you think of guys like I want to say you think of Shaq, of course. You think of Hakeem Olajuwon, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You think of those guys, right? They typically use their height to their advantage, where they they pretty much I want to say were physically dominating over their opposition, But with the exception of I want to say I want to say the exception of Hakeem Olajuwon, who had different moves in the post and also could hit your occasional jumper. And the reason why he would hit jumpers, actually, but he would hit three-pointers, but those three-pointers would be rather slow. But then you have a guy like who changed all that because of the different way that it is played in Europe. The game of basketball in Europe is played pretty much so away from the rim, as like with bigger guys, like with centers, with power forwards. The game is played away from the rim, for the most part. These European guys brought that to the NBA. So you had, for example, Peja Stojakovic, who was a hell of a three-point shooter. And then that evolution occurred even more when you had Dirk Nowitzki, who for the most part played away from the rim. He would occasionally drive the ball into the rim. It was on occasion he would do that. But for the most part, he would play away from the rim. So what happened with that is that players of African descent said, we have to do, so if you guys are doing that, then we're going to have to do it as well. And so you had guys like, for example, Kevin Garnett, who was a power forward, who would be able to do everything, right? You had Rasheed Wallace, who was a power forward, would be knocking down threes. So we fast forward into this new generation, and I'm just gonna take it from the continental African, who is basically born and bred, ready to go with the NBA for the most part. There are exceptions. There are those who can adjust. There are those who just simply don't have it. You know, there are those. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted at all. I'm not saying that every African who comes into the NBA thrives. But I want to take the notice out about three guys, and those three guys are pretty much, it looks like they're going to be now raising that blueprint that, you know, that Hakeem Olajuwon said, that Dirk Nowitzki said, that Peja Stojakovic has said. So the obvious first guy is Joel Embiid. Most of what I've been seeing from Joel Embiid, he's been playing away from the rim for the most part. He does post up sometimes, but now you see that his overall game is taking new dimensions, meaning he can shoot from the outside, meaning that he can get you off the dribble as well. You know what I mean? Meaning that even as of recently, as of a few days ago, because of the new addition to I want to say the Sixers, that being James Harden, he has picked up a step back dribble. And the first time he did it, it was not successful. The second time he did it, it was successful. It was very successful. And so, with that being said, this is going to be a problem for a lot of people. With Joel Embiid, the only thing I would say he needs to improve is the handle. Once those handles improve, once he learns how to, and he may do this, you know, you never know. He may decide, okay, well, you know what? I might as well learn how to handle the ball like a guard. He may learn how to do that. With that being said, if he learns to do this, then it will be pretty much a wrap for a lot of players. For a large majority of players, it will be a wrap. You know, it will be a wrap for like many players in the league, right? Now, another player that I want to name is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now with Giannis, the main level of improvement that I have seen has been from his release of his jump shot. His jump shot is getting quicker. I don't know who, I really don't know if like who to pick at this point between Giannis and Joel Embiid. I'm very much undecided between the two. You know. With that being said, though, however, Giannis, it seems like he's getting better and better. And it just seems like his length alone just gives him everything needed to really just dominate, man. I mean, it seems like it honestly seems like when he takes steps, like when he takes steps to the, like one of his steps to the basket, to the rim, it's like damn near like maybe four little people steps, like 4 guard steps to the basket because of his length. So I think that the quicker the shot release gets for him, and this goes for Joel Embiid as well, the quicker this gets for him and the better that the passing gets for him and the better that the ball handling gets for him, then it's going to be a wrap. What I'm getting at is that now you have you have these unorthodox players who cannot even be classified anymore as a power forward, who cannot be even classified as a center, because they're doing so many different things that usually traditionally a power forward or a center does not do or is not known to do, right? The last player I'm going to name is this, and this is not in the NBA, but I'm thinking that it's going to be only a matter of time before he's going to be in the NBA. And he's in, I want to say, Michigan right now. He's playing in Michigan. His name is Moussa Diabate. And the thing is about Moussa Diabate is he's 6'11", athletic freak of nature. And what's going to happen with him, what I think is going to happen with him, and from what I see, he's still raw as hell, okay? Don't get it twisted. He's raw. This guy is raw as I don't know what. Okay? But what I think is going to happen with him, and from what I see, I really see the continental African version of Kevin Garnett being born. He's only a freshman, but the way I look at him, his frame, his build, his athletic abilities, he's going to be that. If he focuses, for example, if he focuses on basically the handles and the fundamentals, if he focuses on that and he does not rely too much on the talent he has, the raw athletic abilities and talent, if he stays in college for 2 more years, it'll be a wrap in the NBA. I think what will happen is he'll surpass Mo Bamba and maybe having the potential to surpass the last two that I named in Joel Embiid and Giannis Antetokounmpo. It must be said that with him, right? He just needs to stay the course. And if he stays the course, he's going to be a problem. I think he will not be the pretender in the NBA. I think he'll be the real deal in the NBA. Real talk. So with that being said, I'm going to keep my eyes on him and keep tabs on him because I think he has it. He just seems like it's just something about him where I say, okay, this guy's definitely going to be a savage, you know. And one thing I want to add, and this is the last thing I want to add about him. It's kind of crazy how he is listed, like what he is listed as in different like databases. He's listed as a guard. In other databases, he's listed as a forward. And so I think we're going to see more of this, especially with the Africans who are coming like through Europe into the American basketball system. But with this being said, let's see what happens, man. Let's see where these guys go. But anyhow, Foolish signing out. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Unjaro, man.